Hi, Harry.
Hello.
Good evening. Harry, Arsenal is very, very strong. What do you think? What is the key tomorrow? What will be the key, and what kind of match do you expect?
Yeah, it will be a really tough game for sure. Obviously, they're top of the Premier League for a reason. They've won every game in the Champions League for a reason. They have good habits as a team. They've been working with Mikel now for a long time, and I think you see the way they set up, the way they get second balls, the way they play. Obviously, can be really dangerous, and then with set pieces added to that as well, they're obviously a really solid team. So we have to try and match them in all those departments. We have to try and play in our way, in our style. Try and make it difficult for them to get the ball. Try and keep the momentum on our side, and use kind of our strengths as well to try and win the ball back quick when they have it. So we'll be, two of the best teams in Europe going at each other tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to kind of testing ourselves against a team like that.
Next one is Hannah Wright for Malcolm.
Hi, Harry.
Hi.
We all know you love scoring against every team in the world, but is scoring against Arsenal even more fun for you, out of several reasons?
I'm not too sure. Obviously, when I was at Tottenham in those days, it was always a big game, always a big moment in the North London derby. But ultimately, the game isn't about me and Arsenal. The game is about Bayern Munich and Arsenal. And obviously, I'm in good form, and I feel like I can score against any team. And hopefully tomorrow night I can do that as well. But I don't think it means any more or less in that sense. It's about trying to help my team to win the game, and that's what I'll try and do tomorrow.
Next is Stefan Kumberger for Sport 1.
Hi, Harry. Everybody said your first half, the first half of Bayern Munich against Paris, was the best one since 4 years. Is it even possible to do it again? Such a big game against a top team like Arsenal?
I think the game will be different. I think PSG play in a different style to Arsenal. So from that sense, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, that was a big moment for us, a big confidence boost for us to be able to play like that against the reigning European champions away from home. Tomorrow will be another tough game away from home, but we have to see how the game goes. I think we've shown, especially this season, in the style that we play, in the enthusiasm, in the energy that we bring, we try and take our level to a period where teams find it hard to match it, and we've done that especially the first half against PSG. So we'll try and do the same tomorrow. I think defensively, Arsenal play a little bit more solid and a little bit more structured than we played PSG before, and it's a lot of man-for-man press, a lot of man-for-man duels. So from that sense, it will be a little bit different, but ultimately, we'll try and play in our best way possible, and we know, if we get it right, we can be dangerous against anyone.
Hi, Harry. Just speaking about defensively, when you don't have the ball in terms of pressing, I suppose Martin Zubimendi has been so crucial for Arsenal this year in that deep-lying playmaker role. He almost knits everything together. Is that going to be an emphasis for you to press him high up the pitch and press him, not to let him dictate the tempo of the game?
Yeah, I think against any good player, no matter who they are, if you don't give them time on the ball, it can be difficult. And we've done that against every team we've played, especially this season, no matter the opposition and no matter the opponent. So, tomorrow will be no different. We know the way, the way we like to play, and you've seen the way we like to press and win the ball back quickly and almost encourage teams to try and play, because we create a lot of chances from winning the ball back high. But also Arsenal will know that as well, and they know the risk that comes with playing. So I can imagine it'll be a battle of playing out of tight areas and who can do it better. We always back ourselves to be the ones to try and win the ball back high at the pitch.
Hi there, Harry.
Sorry.
Okay. Second.
Hi, Harry. You've got an unbelievable record against Arsenal, and previously you've said that sort of you had a bit of a chip on your shoulder when you've played against them, just because you were, with them briefly as a youngster. Do you still use that as an extra edge? Is that why your record's so, incredible against them?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe subconsciously that's the case. I think, obviously, like I spoke about with Tottenham, it was always a big game. It was always one of the biggest games of the season, playing against Arsenal. I have a lot of friends who are Arsenal fans, a lot of friends who are Tottenham fans. Kind of there's a feeling around it. With Bayern, it's a little bit different because obviously we don't play against them a lot. We played against them a couple of years ago in the quarter-final, which was a big win for us. So from my point of view, maybe just gives me a little bit more joy, but ultimately, you know, it comes down to winning the game as well. If I score and we don't win, it's not going to matter. So my record is okay here at the stadium. I've scored a lot of goals, but haven't won loads of games. So it'd be nice if that can change tomorrow night.
Hi there, Harry.
Hi.
Hi, you mentioned that game 2 seasons ago. What have you made of Arsenal and their development since that game in the Champions League?
Yeah, I think they've just got a bit more experience. They've got a bit more solid. They still probably play in similar patterns to what they did then, but I think just defensively, their structure is harder to break down, and just probably more experience. I go back to, I think, when you've been under the same coach for a while and learned from title races, learned from Champions League campaigns. Ultimately, you learn as a player and get better as a player. And I think them as a squad, plus some of the additions they've added as well, has helped them to grow, and that's why they're in the position they are now. And like I said earlier, it'll be a good test for us to see where we're at tomorrow night.
Next one is Heiko Niederer. Yeah.
Hi, Harry. There's been a lot of talk about Leonard Carl in Germany recently. Can you explain a little bit what kind of a player he is, and do you think he's ready for a game like tomorrow?
Yeah, I think he's ready. I think he's shown he's ready in every kind of moment he's played for us this season. I don't think it matters too much of the age. I think you see the confidence he has. I think you see the ability of playing under pressure, playing in tight areas. He's really quick, really agile, so he's hard to kind of man mark in a way. And yeah, he's a good player. You know, from our point of view, we're really happy he's doing what he's doing. I think he just needs to continue to work hard. I think he's got a great group to be around. He's got a great manager to be working under who will keep him free in terms of expressing himself, but also level-headed to not get carried away. And if he plays tomorrow night, I'm sure he'll be excited, and I'm sure he'll try and get on the ball and make a difference like he has done in his previous starts as well.
Next one, Florian Plettenberg for Sky.
Hi, Harry.
Hi.
If you compare the Bayern matches now with 1 year before, you have there were some problems against Barcelona, for example. What is the big difference compared to 1 year before and winning the Champions League in your career? What would it mean to you, and do you see there is a serious chance this year? Thanks.
Yeah, for me it would mean an awful lot to win a trophy like this. To have that on my resume as well would be incredible. I think we have we're going as one of the favourites this year for sure. I think we learned a lot from last year, like you touched on there. Some of the games like Barcelona, in terms of how we press and still being aggressive, but with certain habits that will help us not always be man for man and be so open. And I think you've seen that evolve over the last 9 months, 8 to 9 months, I'd say. And you've seen this season, I think, just from a consistent point of view, how good we've been. And we speak about that game every now and then, to be honest, and what we learned from that game. And I feel like with the team and the squad is just understanding the ideas more, both with and without the ball. And we look back at that game as one of kind of the turning points. I think we went on to have 8 clean sheets in a row after that Barcelona game. So we learned a lot, and we kind of continued that progress into this season as well.
Other side, for your yes.
Hi, Harry. Just want to ask you about Michael Olise. You'd have played against him in the Premier League with Spurs, and he was, obviously a superb player at Palace. But how much has he improved now, and how, playing with him week in, week out at Bayern?
Yeah, really, really great guy, Michael. Really great professional. Obviously played against him a little bit. I don't think we actually played that much against each other in the Prem, but you could see the quality he had. But I think the biggest thing for me is his attitude and the way he conducts himself every day. Always willing to learn, always willing to improve, train hard, work hard in the gym. And I think you've just seen an evolution of him coming to a bigger team, a better team with better players around him. And he's just kind of flourished in that environment. And the form he's in at the moment is as high as I've seen him in the kind of 18 months or just under 18 months we've been together, and I can only see him getting better as well. So it'll be a tough test for him tomorrow. It'll be a good battle, but he's full of confidence right now, and so he should be.
Next one on the left side, give a hand sign, please. Okay.
Good evening, Harry. Welcome back to England. I'm Daniel from Bench Views.
Thank you.
You're going to be sharing a pitch with a number of your England peers tomorrow. Does that give the fixture a little bit of extra kick? And has there been any gamesmanship between you guys?
We spoke about the game a little bit when we was in England camp a couple of weeks ago, and just the general banter that happens. And yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it. Obviously, it's good from an England point of view to see those guys doing as well as they are, and that's only going to help us as a national team. I think also playing in big games like this will help, come the World Cup next summer as well. So, come game time, it's about the teams, and, we'll be focused on our own performances and not worried about the friendship. And then I'm sure after we'll catch up. But, I think both teams are in a really good moment. Both teams are top of their leagues. We're even in points in the Champions League. So it's almost a game just to feel a bit free and just kind of express ourselves and see, where that takes us.
Next one in the last row, yeah.
Okay. Hi, Harry. It's Boris from Antenna 5. You spoke how you will press Arsenal tomorrow, how you play on the field, but they are the kings of set plays, and they're very effective from dead ball situations. Did you plan in training how you would counter this threat? And also, I don't know if you follow the Premier League. This season, there's more goals from set plays than from open play. Will that change football at all?
Yeah, for the second point, there's definitely been more set plays. Watching the Premier League is probably a little less enjoyable than what it has been in recent years, to be honest. But that's kind of the evolution of football. Sometimes it comes in like this, and that's the case this year. Arsenal, capitalised on that, and they're a really strong set plays team. We've done our normal preparation that we do in every game. Obviously, we looked at what they do well and their threats, and how we can try and stop that. The best way of stopping that is not giving set plays away, which we're hoping to try and do as little as possible if we can control the game in the way that we want to control the game. But obviously, they're going to have some, and it's just a matter of showing some personality, winning the duels. We spoke about that, which we didn't do as well on the weekend. And even for the more experienced players to stand up and make sure that when those occasions do arise, that we're willing to defend them well.
Let's have two more. Yes, on the left side, please.
Harry Lorenzia from HaytersTV in South Africa. A lot was made about Vincent Kompany when he was appointed. Obviously, coming from Burnley, we were relegated. Globally, they were talking about how this could happen. But obviously, it started really well. One of the informed teams in Europe. What has he done since coming into you personally as a centre forward, because you've been in incredible form? And what have you made of his management style as a new modern coach?
Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of him, to be honest. I think from everything, from the way we play, from the way we train, from the way he is with the team, in the meeting room, around the place, I think he sets the example of how a team is built and how a team should behave. In terms of how we play, I think it's bring out an even better side of my game, and allowed me to express some other qualities that maybe I didn't always express playing as just an out-and-out 9. And yeah, just kind of the fearlessness and pressing high, wanting the ball, not being afraid to play 1v1, and just kind of having that mindset of we're going to be the dominant team. And he's just brought a great confidence to everyone. I think you've seen not just me, but other players improve as well and understand the game in different ways. And I've been really impressed working with him. And hopefully this season we can kind of have the reward of the work that we're